Coming off the most exciting offseason in program history, it's game week for the Liberty Flames. With the February announcement of the team's move to FBS, the completion of the indoor practice facility, and announcements of future opponents, the Flames are happy just to be getting ready for a game.
We've been waiting for this for so long now, and just for it to actually be here, we're, a few days out from getting on that plane and going to Waco. It's just truly exciting. Like, I just can't wait to get on that plane.
Definitely a lot of excitement. I mean, we get tired of hitting each other really fast, so can't wait for this week. Everybody's hype.
The first ball game, you're going to play somebody. I think in the sense of playing Baylor or the Power 5 schools, if you want to put it in those contexts, it gets your team ready to go in the summer. They know what the task is in hand as we move forward and playing a team of the caliber of Baylor. So it's an exciting time. Everybody wants to dream about and play against the best teams and the best people in the country. You want to know where you're at and where you stand.
Liberty kicks off the 2017 season at Baylor on Saturday night. It'll be the first ever meeting between the two programs. The Bears went 7-6 last year and beat Boise State in the Motel 6 Cactus Bowl. This year, former Temple head coach Matt Rule takes over a Baylor program looking to regain stability. For Coach Turner Gill and the Flames, preparing to face a new coaching staff has been challenging.
Well, I think from a scheme-wise, you look at Temple as far as what they did, because that tells us their scheme, the things that they maybe really believed in, some of the strong tendencies that they had there. We're going to take note of those things to a certain extent. Then you also look at Baylor. You got to look at Baylor just because of the personnel.
You look at Temple, smash mouth football. They want to run the ball. I told our young men at the end of the day they want to take your will, just run the ball right over you. And last year that was a deficiency for us.
Last year the Flames allowed more than 200 rushing yards per game. Sophomore running back JaMychal Hasty will get the start for the Bears, who have a history of strong running backs. Since 2010, Baylor has produced 8 1,000-yard rushers. That's the second most among all FBS schools. For the Flames, athleticism alone won't be enough to slow down the Bears' rushing attack.
Back then we had the athletes, so it was like, we can stop the run. And the way we started against Virginia Tech was really well. But we kind of took that for granted, thinking our athleticism could trump some game plans. Players-wise, I'm not talking coach-wise, players-wise, we kind of would think, okay, we don't really need to watch film on that because we're athletic. We can do that. But now, nobody takes it for granted anymore because we got embarrassed last year.
Can't let them continue getting first downs. Just like against SMU, they kept getting first downs on first and second down, and it was killing us, having us tired. So we just got to pop them in the mouth from the start.
The Bears also announced this week that Arizona transfer Anu Solomon would start the game at quarterback. He's been in a fight for the job all camp with sophomore Zach Smith. In 3 years for the Wildcats, Solomon threw for 6,922 yards and 49 touchdowns. Both numbers are top 10 in college football. On defense, Baylor will be without starting safety Tayon Sells. He's suspended for a violation of team rules. The Bears have already dealt with injuries to their secondary throughout fall camp.
I think regardless of who they have out there, they're going to be well-trained, well-coached, just because that defensive staff has some experience in playing a lot of young guys and veterans and getting people to buy in relatively soon. So we won't make any modifications to what we do. We're going to stick with the game plan.
I feel a lot more confident. Taking all the reps really helped me, figure out each defense. And, our defense runs a whole bunch of different coverages, and they really, I want to say stepped up, but they did a good job helping me prepare. But just because they do such a good job disguising their coverages and, playing well.
We definitely have to make plays when they come to us. That's kind of been our Achilles heel in the past. We've always had a chance to make plays and distance ourselves from opponents, and we haven't always made those plays. So in order for us to beat Baylor, we're definitely going to have to make the plays.
Liberty and Baylor kick off Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern in Waco, Texas. The game can be seen nationally on FS2. The Liberty Flame Sports Network will have live radio coverage starting at 5:30 Eastern on the flagship station 88.3 FM The Journey in Lynchburg. For the Liberty Flame Sports Network, I'm Nick Pierce.